What's going on, YouTube world? In case you haven't guessed yet, we don't replace stuff here. We fix it. What's broken this time? This guy, the Rainbird ESP6TM automatic lawn watering system has broken on me, and I can't turn on my sprinklers. Why? This dial, here we go, this dial, every time I try to select a day, a time, any kind of programming I want to do, it just simply won't work. There's something wrong with this dial. So instead of trying to replace this entire unit, which will run you $65, $75, let's break this thing down and see if we can't figure it out ourselves and save a decent amount of money. All right, first things first, let's pop these covers off. Yes, these do come off pretty easily. So let's take these off and see what we got going on inside. I just grabbed a couple screwdrivers. Don't know really what I'm going to need, but I'm sure we'll be able to figure that out. So down here we have all your connections. These control all the sprinklers in your yard, or the solenoids that go to those sprinklers. So we don't want to mess with that. We don't need to. Let's see how the rest of this pops off. Just get it in between the seam. Oh, there goes the dial, which I should have predicted I needed to take off first, but hey, whatever. And that just comes off, no big deal. So we got that. Now we can get to kind of the meat and bones of this. Obviously you got a circuit board, a couple of them. And what we're theorizing our problem being is this switch right here. So I've got two screws that hold in this circuit board, logic board, whatever you want to call it. So why don't we take those off? Then I think we can remove this plastic piece and kind of see what's going on inside that. I need a smaller screwdriver. Much smaller screwdriver coming up. Smaller screwdriver. There we go. You'll need a pretty small pointed screwdriver there, and don't lose these little screws. So put them in your pocket. Put them where you're not going to lose them. All right, that's both of them. And you know what's not a bad idea is cutting the power to this. It's simply unpluggable, but why do that? Well, I take my own advice. So on the back of this, I'll just kind of show you. Take the camera off here. On the back, there are these little tabs. So you'll just bend these in and push, and that will enable this plastic piece to come off. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and see what we got going on inside there. Sorry for the jittery camera movements, but I don't have the most sophisticated equipment. Okay. Okay, got one side, and got the other side. There's one more. Okay, there we go. So, let me show you what we have here. On the back of this dial, you can see, I assume this is copper, bronze or something, I don't know. But these little fingers coming out, if you want to call them that. And what they're doing is, they're interacting with this circuit board or this logic board. So basically, it's allowing current to flow according to where these touch points are hitting. So this whole circuit board is dictated by this switch. Now if you really look on here closely, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera again. Excuse the poor video quality. If you look on here, you can definitely see it's been worn. It's worn, right? But there's nothing on here that I can see that's really looking that bad. It'd be really hard for me to say that these actually do go bad, being as it's a kind of a static piece. So just everyday, turning and whatever you have to do at the beginning or the end of every year to turn your sprinklers on and off shouldn't probably disrupt that too much. What I would theorize, on the other hand, though, is this switch and these arms on the back. Now, these look like they could probably get bent down, therefore not touching this circuit board properly. So they might, and that would quite honestly make a lot of sense why this thing isn't working very well when I try to use the dial, is improper contact. So what I'm going to do is bend these up a little bit, and that will reestablish tension and will make sure that they're contacting that circuit board properly. So if you want to try this yourselves, bend all these up a little bit and then reinstall it, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and bend them up and then reinstall this, and we'll see if it works. Okay, I went ahead and bent those little arms up, so we're going to definitely have contact with this. And if this doesn't solve the problem, there's probably is something wrong with the circuit board itself. I would say good luck trying to find one of these anywhere, but if it doesn't work after this fix, this whole unit's probably shot. Anyway, you can't reinstall this improperly. Definitely make a note of how to do it, but it's got little alignment pins, so it's going to go in the way it came out. Unless you really try to force it to go in wrong, and then it might. See, that was wrong. There we go. I think I got it this time. Pin, pin, pin. Okay. Push down, push down. Okay. So I could test it now, but I want to put it back together, make it look pretty, and then we'll take a look at it. How's that? Voila! Alright, let's check it out. Let's make sure this thing works correctly. Remember, I said that turning that dial did not select the proper function, and it actually skipped around a whole bunch. So let's see if this works. Okay, we're on day right now. Okay, minute, good, off, perfect, auto. Doesn't change anything, it shows it's on. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. See, it's working 100% better. It is fixed. I couldn't even do these functions before. It would skip around so much. But there's all my watering stations. 3, 4, 5. Let's see if it lands on 6. Yep. So, problem solved. Took about 10 minutes, not even that. Easy, easy fix. Save yourself $75. Have a great day.